Lancaster Elm Avenue Community Garden, Lancaster, California. And this is a planter on the street out here on city property. We put rocks down, and the Rex Paris High School came out and did this amazing, well, what do you call that? Tile work? Decoupaging type thing? No. Of course, sometimes we actually water here. Here's another one. And this one is the one I think is really amazing, because when I drive up here at a certain angle, that appears to be a hole in it, but it's a piece of mirror. I don't know if you can actually see. It seems to be a clear place in it. It goes right through. It's amazing talent these people had. And this is the front. This is also, well, actually the whole Lancaster Community Garden is on city property, but they've allowed us to use it. And I think it costs some money, but basically we're allowed to. We had someone donate the money to put the water. This is a backflow valve, and apparently it had to be opened. So we keep it locked. We keep it locked, and I'm not going to show you the combination. So, Tara has had this bed for a while, and the other day, the pumpkin in it, not pumpkin, sorry, this is watermelon. Watermelon, apparently because it got so big, it split at the end, and the ants started coming in. So I plucked it, and I left it at the community table, and so apparently it was found by hopefully the right. Now, isn't this the largest jalapeno plant bush? Oh, it's actually two of them. Well, you know, this is 3 feet of jalapeno bush right here. And the tomatoes. I guess to document what's at the Lancaster Community Garden, this is the wrong time of year because everything's dying now. And this is an echinacea bush, and these are echinacea flowers, and that's what the seed pod is. And so I've left these on here, and hopefully everyone next year can grow echinacea from it. And my sunflowers are dead now. And I didn't harvest any of the flowers off of them to dry for seeds so that everyone could have them. But apparently that's what those are. A friend of mine, though, did take some of my clippings out of the trash and take them and break them up on everybody's beds. So whether they want to or not, they're going to have sunflowers next year. So, this is, oh my goodness, I can't remember his name. But anyway, as you can see, the season is over. But, you know, it was a good season. Katie has an amazing green thumb. She must have been here recently, because these are the this would be the second harvest of the Brussels sprouts that Katie got. 2 harvests of Brussels sprouts from Katie's plants. She says she's never seen that before, and I've never heard of it, but I'm not much in gardening. And all the plots have been cleared away, you know, but these are rented plots, of course, you know, and well, maybe you don't. I took out these ghastly monsters out of this plot for Rainbow, and now at the end of everything, and she's getting strawberries. Her carrots are just amazing. And chard, but you know, it gets these aphid eggs on it, and see. This is Okinawate. Okinawate is a dojo, Okinawate Karate, Lancaster, California, and they have 2 beds, this one and this one, and they were awesome beds this year. But the season is over, and this is Kimmy. She's an amazing green thumb. Amazing green thumb. Oh no! This had some artichokes on it that had been allowed to grow purple heads because they sprouted their seeds, and the artichoke, actually, when it opens, that's the flower, and it's purple. And they look like anemones, something out of the ocean. Bridget inherited this plant, but of course it's been allowed to grow, and it's an onion, and of course it will continue to just do this as long as it lives. I don't know. Some of it has gone to seed, you know. Bridget is a good girl, and she comes by and sees her things and waters, but nobody really comes by and does as much work as they should in their gardens. And the other half of Bridget's plot belongs to somebody else who actually never comes here for some reason. But I don't mean to. I mean, they know who they are. But I hope they don't see this and think, oh, well, he really is a nice fellow, isn't he? This building was built by the Eagle Scouts from either Plot 500 or Troop 500 or 501, I don't know. They made it little here on somewhere, I don't. But anyway, they did both of these. They paid for the materials, and then they built both of these buildings. And we have back here some plots that are going to be for feeding the food programs up here in Lancaster. And this is a project that's been going on and ongoing, and it's slow moving. But you know, things that grow quickly die quickly, and things that grow slowly tend to last. So I'm confident that these 3 plots will feed lots of people for a very long time once they get started. We have our fruit trees that we've put out by the alleyway because it means that school children can walk by and pick a piece of fruit once they start to yield. And then there's our... I've been busy, so I haven't watered the pumpkins. It's a fault. That's a volunteer tomato. We have many volunteers. Actually, what was planted here was the watermelons, but the pumpkins were here the year before, and so they popped up because they're good volunteers. You know, like good volunteers, they show up every time. Wyatt has jungle tomato bushes and things, you know. And this is Christina and little Christina, and they have corn. And do you see the sacks on his feet? He's got pollen. He's doing such a good job, isn't he? There's so many of them. Probably on the wrong side of the light. No, they're actually showing up on there, aren't they? Okay. Well. But as you see, and spring pollen bring aphids everywhere. And we'll get sunflowers out of these. We'll get sunflower seeds out of these, and as you see here, she's got beans going up the stalks of the sunflowers. And this is Dave. Dave is our founder. He's not actually this bush of beans. He's actually a person, but he's the reason why the garden is actually here. And Dave has these very interesting things. These are called ground cherries. And on the bush, they're not so good to eat. But when they fall off and are actually on the ground, you open it, and that's what you have, and it's a very interesting taste. And he has such a green thumb. And Lancaster High School football put this in, and then after they put this in, I guess they ran the soaker hose too high and it burst. And I guess the gentlemen just are so busy winning. I don't know that they're actually winning, but they're so busy that they haven't come by to pick their fruit. Lisette has beans growing, and lettuce, and carrots. I don't know what all of this is. And Steve. Steve is a mess! But actually Steve is working, and he's working somewhere far away, and his mom comes by, and if it wouldn't get watered, someone wouldn't water it, it would all be just dead, but because his soaker hose broke too, and he doesn't know that. So, because he never comes by here. Anyway, I think I've told on enough people now, haven't I? This was given to me, and when it flowers, it's going to be beautiful. And thank you, Abby. That's your plant. So this is the Lancaster Community Garden, and you can come by here and you can do the same thing in your community. And if you would like to know how, you can contact us. I'm sure there are places on the web that say Community Garden on YouTube, and you can look us up there. And you can also find us if you Google Elm Avenue Community Garden, Lancaster, California.